Salute everybody. I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. NAZIYAH sightings in Los Angeles. Salute to the chat. Salute to all of my wonderful moderators. Salute to the replay gang. Let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. What that means is that everything that you hear in this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Now, the NAZIYAH sightings in Los Angeles, California, this has came across my desk months ago. But I haven't had an opportunity to get around to covering it. All right. Now, I'm not sure if other content creators have covered this. Now, what I will accept, if any of you all have heard any content creator speak on these sightings of NAZIYAH being in California, it's okay. It's okay if you share with us that content creator's name, as long as what you may have heard from that content creator. And it could have been somebody on TikTok. It could have been somebody on Facebook. It could have been somebody on YouTube. All right. I have no problem with you mentioning anything that another content creator has already said. Just make sure you are respectful to that content creator when you mention that content creator's name. If you disagree with them, that's fine. If you agree with them, just please be very respectful. Appreciate this super chat, Lynn. Good afternoon, Shane. Now, I've heard of it. Now, when I had an opportunity to have Mimi on my platform, Mimi was talking about the sightings of NAZIYAH being in Los Angeles. Now, we're going to be doing part 2 of this demonstration later on today on my backup channel, After Dark with Shank or Shank Rock Films. So make sure you all subscribe to the backup channel. Part 2 will be later on today at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, let's just jump straight into what some things that Mimi shared with us. And shout out to Mimi if you're watching. A big shout out to Mimi. I've always felt like Mimi was always boots on ground. So shout out to Mimi. All right, let's tap into Mimi.
And so I'm thinking the whole time I'm on a Facebook Live, I said, hopefully they're not looking at me. Hopefully they don't call the police on me. Hopefully.
You know anything about Marquita? Do you know much about Marquita?
No. The only thing I know about Marquita is when I went to jail, 3 days later, the landlord came in and she said, oh, and Marquita said that NAZIYAH was still alive and she had that baby.
Now, I've heard that. How many of y'all drop a one if y'all have heard Marquita mentioning, or the landlord mentioning that Marquita told him that NAZIYAH was still alive and NAZIYAH had that baby? How many of y'all remember that? Anybody else have heard that? Lord, this is getting out of hand, Shank. The family haven't been on any real searches, and Shannon putting out this story that she ran away and not showing any heartfelt emotions for her niece is crazy. Yes, I'm with you. Very, very crazy. So Many people have heard this. TT says, damn, this is crazy, man. Many people have heard that. Marquita mentioned that. I've heard, but why have a conversation with the landlord about that? So now maybe the Marquita and them, maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't know that the story was going to go viral. Maybe they didn't know that this was going to blow up and be this big on social media. Appreciate your super sticker, Asia. Maybe. And maybe from the very beginning, they just didn't think that this was going to blow. Who would be taking care of her and the baby, though? I don't trust ish that come out her mouth either. And also, the channel is a non-biased channel. This channel allows for different points of views to be heard. Respect the channel like you would want others to respect yours. Enjoy the content. The channel is for everybody, but everybody is not for this channel. Just please be respectful, y'all, okay? And if the channel is not for you, just please exit and then just don't come back. Or maybe come back when we're discussing something that is for your liking, all right? But this is a non-biased channel. Appreciate the super sticker, Tanya. Appreciate the super sticker, Kimberly.
Wow. So Marquita said it, not Shannon. Marquita. Shannon ain't gonna say nothing right now. She ain't saying shit. But Marquita said it. And then the boyfriend said it. In my soul, I feel like she's still alive. And then there's some girl named Nova in Los Angeles. She's a streetwalker, basically a famous streetwalker now. She's an underage kind of girl. And she said that she got on live the other day and she said, I know NAZIYAH. We talk. You know, I've seen her here. She's in Los Angeles.
All right. What are y'all thoughts? Appreciate this super sticker, TT. So allegedly, and I gotta say allegedly, a streetwalker named Nova says that she saw NAZIYAH. NAZIYAH is in California. Now, I'll say this. Can we believe the streetwalker? Can we just believe anybody that comes on social media and says that they saw NAZIYAH? Now, let me just clear the air. This is why, once again, this is why we continue to cover the case. As I spoke on the last demonstration, we continue to cover the case because we want to keep NAZIYAH's name in the algorithm. We want to keep her name alive. And then second, it's so much pertaining to this case that nobody has all of the answers. However, we're all searching for all of the answers. So that's why we continue to cover the case. All right. I'm from Cali. I watched Nova. She a runaway. She was lying. She came out and said she was lying a few months ago. Okay. Nope. Nova has mental health issues. I don't see Nova lying about that. It's so random. I'm familiar with Nova and her interviews. Thumbs down. She had me at Streetwalker. Nova can't be the only one who's seen her. Who is she in California with, though? She's not there alone if she's actually there. And people will use this baby name for clout, and it's sad. I see you, Simply. I see y'all. I see you, 80s, baby. Carla. Michelle, I see the chat. This case is too big and worldwide. Why is Nova the only person seeing her in Cali? I agree. I agree. I do believe that more people would have seen her. And with social media, and everybody is on social media, everybody got a phone. So, and Miss Minnie, and Miss Mimi, how does she know Shannon ain't talking right now? Does Miss Minnie know them so well? Appreciate this super sticker, Missy. I see you to full life. I'm still shouting justice for NAZIYAH. Nova deleted her post after people was asking questions, so I'm not buying it. That is true. Drop a 3. Drop a 3 if you agree with Nova. Drop a 4 if you disagree. I see you, Miss Lowkey. If she's alive, she would have been stopped. She's known nationwide. And I will agree with that. Here's my take on that. If NAZIYAH is alive, somebody, I'm sure, more than just one person would have saw her. But that's just my opinion. I see you spoken facts. Shank can be wrong now. Appreciate the super sticker, Sonia. She blocked my telephone number after I told her I was going to call the police about her claims. Tanya says all hearsay. Shay C says disagree. In the beginning, I feel like everybody was trying to go viral or whatever, get their moment to shine. And that's why when this first came across my desk, I said, I'll wait. I'll wait. Like I said, I get a lot of things that come across my desk. Some things, I will bring it to you all immediately, but there's some things I just have to hold back to get more information and just to see if whoever it is that released that information, are they clout chasing? So like I said, it's been months. It's been over 3 months because I believe this interview with Mimi was 3 months ago. But it had came past my desk way before Mimi came on my panel with me. It had came that it was a sighting of NAZIYAH being out there in California.
I don't believe anything until I see it.
Right.
So do I have to go to freaking Los Angeles? Because I will. That could be a whole trip for me. I don't care. I've been there twice.
But you know what, Mimi? You ain't the only one. A lot of other people feel as though NAZIYAH is still alive.
For sure. And all them people, we need to get our boots on the ground. If you think so, I feel like everybody needs to use their power, they love, their faith, and everything to get this girl back. Because my adrenaline is still rushing for her every single day.
And let me say this. Appreciate that cash donation, 80s baby. Let me say this now. Excuse me. Have any of you all heard any of the content creators talk about the sightings of NAZIYAH being in Los Angeles? Has any other content creator covered that? Drop a 6 if y'all have heard another content creator cover this, because I want to gather as much information about this as I can. Okay, Sonia says no. Okay, well, okay. Mary Kay says no. Let's get Nova on here, Shank. Okay, anybody got Nova's social media information that y'all could send me? Or even somebody can hit Nova up and say, hey, we want you over there on Shank Rock's platform. No, I haven't heard. So usually something like that with all of the content creators that's covering this case, somebody by now would have covered it. This is the first I've heard of it. So I haven't seen anyone talk about her lately. Not that I can remember. I do know when Nova put the claim out, people spoke about it on YouTube. Nope. This would be breaking news. Nova Wova on social media. Is that Facebook, Paris? Let me see if I could get her Facebook. Is that Facebook? Nova Wova? Give me a second, y'all. And then we're going to go back to the clip with Mimi. Nova. Remember, everybody do have a twin or a lookalike out here. I have seen plenty of people that look like others. I know, hell, even me. That's facts, TT. That's facts, TT. I mean, TikTok. I'll check it out. I'll pull up TikTok and others and see if I can get a take on her. I see you, Tarek. All right. Let me get back to
it. Every time I'm at work, I whip my car fast. Whoop! If I feel something, if I hear NAZIYAH in my head, boop! I'm stopping my vehicle, getting out the car, and I'm turning on live as soon as possible. And people be like, "What you doing? Where you at?" I don't know where I'm at. I just felt like I needed to get out.
You know what, Mimi? I've been wrecking my brains to find out about, because on Mark D, he mentioned a 40-year-old autistic man that inappropriate touched NAZIYAH. I've been wrecking my brains. Do you know anything about this man?
No.
You don't?
No. They haven't even put a face to him. So is he a kid? He was, what you say, he was 40?
Well, this is what I heard from Mark D. He said it was a 40-year-old autistic man. So that's what led me to him right here, the evangelist. And then when he came on Miss Parker's platform, he called out this man. Where's that? Donnell Greer.
That he definitely autistic. He got, hold on. I'm not gonna say autistic people look a certain way, right. But just by looking at this picture, my son is autistic. Let me say that first of all.
Right.
He got glasses on. Both of them got glasses, but look at this man's eyes. Autism people have a lazy eye that'll sway. It'll do that.
Is this her?
That man, right? That's the dude right there.
Is this Nova Wova? Is this Nova Wova? Yes. All right. All right. Okay. Why Mark D hasn't been doing content lately? Looks like it. Yet she know that family and everyone around will talk. That's okay. And also make sure y'all subscribe to Miss Parker's backup channel, Switching Lanes with Miss Parker. Okay, yes. All right. How she know if she don't know him? So she only got 2 videos up on her Instagram. Let me see what I could get on YouTube. 2 uncensored. Let's see, y'all. Sorry, I see. Appreciate that, y'all. Shank, can you let me up? Let me drop the link for. And y'all just bear with me on this demonstration. I got so much going on, y'all. If anybody want to join me on the panel, click on that blue StreamYard link. Can't judge a book by a cover. He stopped a while ago when they told them to stop searching. Okay, that's Mimi. Come on up, Mimi. Tootie Uncensored is her name. Shout out to Toot. I don't know what you mean, Kimura, but shout out to Toot. Mimi needs to be educated. All right. Come on up, Mimi. The first one that I showed you.
That nigga right there.
Yeah, you can teledoc that from SmartScale.
All right. So it looks like Mimi want to come up. Let me drop this link for Mimi again. And anybody else that want to join me on the panel, okay.
Hey Shank, I'm at
Hey.
work right now, so you got a picture of my steering wheel.
Okay. Hey, Mimi, how you been doing?
I've been doing all right. Shank, how are you?
I'm good. Glad to have you.
Well, it's nice to be here, but I really didn't even want to come up here on this kind of time. These people in this chat, I don't really try to look at the comments too much, but I'd be like, let me up so I could defend myself. Shit.
Right. Right. There you go. You
But
want to defend?
so let me see what button I'm pushing. Okay. So I want to clear up some of the stuff too about Nova. I
Okay.
got her number. I reached out to the number that she had posted on the said so pages that everyone else has. This is not information that's not findable, So I went to her page, got her phone number off the ad that she had because she was trying to get a new cell phone. So I said, you know what? If I get her a new cell phone, maybe I can get something out about where NAZIYAH might be at, right?
Right.
So I got her phone number for a couple of weeks. Me and somebody else. I'm sure you probably know Chanel. Me and her, tag teaming on two of the girls, Nova and her friend or whatever, some girl that she knows or whatever. So we tag teaming both girls, trying to figure out if we can get any kind of information out of any of them. So one of the girls who was Nova's friend heard from her that she said it too. So it's like about 3 people out here that heard Nova say what she said, face to face. So one of the girls we was talking to, then we got Nova number. Nova was trying to act like, well, what do you want to know? Well, what do you want to know? Like, girl, spit it out. Have you seen NAZIYAH? Where is she at? So she basically trying to go around the question, go around the question, go around the question. I'm telling her friend, hey, tell Nova to loosen up a little bit. I'm willing to help y'all. Like, whatever y'all need, if y'all out there actually really out here taking care of this baby, let me know. Shoot, if y'all not trying to be exposed yet, let me know. I'm a loyal kind of person. So when it comes to these damn kids, like it's a thin line because parents get involved in shit like that. Minors and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, if it's a missing little minor out here with a baby, like, I need to know what the hell is up. I need to know so I can help any kind of way that I can. But she was trying to beat around the bush with the questions and stuff. So I end up telling her, hey, look, you done said you've been at work. Okay, you ain't at work now. Every time I call you, you never answer and stuff like that. What's going on? So she's like, well, I'm at work. I'm busy. Well, it got to a point where I'm like, you know what? Where the hell is NAZIYAH at? And on top of that, I'm going to go to the police with your claims and your video. So she was like, you know what? I don't play police games. I'm just going to go ahead and block you. I still got all those screenshots and everything like that too. So I can post that as well. How you doing? I'm at work. I'm working.
Because, like I said, and I know for a fact, Mimi ain't the one that started this. There was a lot of other people before you came on my panel that day, Mimi. There were people sending me the stuff about Nova. So I know Mimi just reacting
Yep.
off of what Nova put out there. I know that for a fact. It's given the
Yep. And
evangelist
then when
vibe.
finally,
Go ahead, Mimi.
now, yeah, I don't even care about who's talking about me about that evangelist shit. Because first of all, y'all, if y'all was paying attention to the videos, if y'all was paying any attention to any of the content creators, anything that we ever said, any of the videos that was in the investigations, basically, if y'all don't trust nobody else, trust the videos that y'all see from the investigations, the interrogations with Jarvis. How about that? Because Jarvis said the sweet boy. Anybody who from the hood gonna call someone who is a part of the LGBT community sweet. That's how they used to say it back in the day. He talking about the nigga with the braids in his hair. That was Shannon's. Well, no, who was it? I believe Shannon's best friend at the time, and it was another girl that was best friends with them as well. But that whole situation got broke off because Shannon's best friend's daughter was being tempted to go in the basement with Naziah and Jarvis. So after that, they end up leaving to another state or whatever because Shannon and the best friend had fell out over Jarvis's shenanigans. So it's a lot of people who know, a lot of her friends who know what's going on with Jarvis too. The fact, let me bring up the other fact, the point where I was in jail. And the landlord, not a landlord out here saying all kinds of stuff, saying that she don't know who I am. She never spoke to me. Bullshit like that. When she came in, let me tell you, when she came in that jail with her edges missing because the fucking police, the CO people ripped her damn wig, her lace front off from the back of her head. Like, I'm giving y'all details because I'm not about to let nobody sit out here and lie on me. I didn't know who that lady was. She came in here with a big ass BBL with a damn belt wrapped around her damn waist like she's trying to waist train in jail. She didn't have no edges. And if y'all see on the motherfucking what is it called, where the arraignment where the judge has to talk to her about her her case and shit like that, she didn't have no edges. She had on a black shirt, gray skinny jeans, BBL. Okay, so she don't try to act like you ain't seen me before, girl. I seen you with them edges missing. You told me how the police pulled off your wig and everything. So for her to say that she didn't know who I was and she never said that Marquita said that about Naziah, she's a liar, because it's 12 other girls who was in the jail cell who heard her say it after they was sitting there trying to bully me and go back and forth about you in here, you in jail because you was trying to find a little dead girl. And then boom, soon as the landlord walk in and she notices me, I ain't never even seen who this landlord looked like. I don't know nobody from Detroit for real like that. So when she saw me, because I was going viral, she said, Mimi Young. And I said, yes, who are you? And I didn't know who, what kind of time people be on, because, I don't never know if somebody got sent to jail to fuck me up over Naziah. So I'm like, yes, who are you? And she was like, I'm the landlord. Mark D and just got me put in jail. And on top of that, Marquita said that Naziah was still alive and she had that baby. That's exactly how she said it. And every girl in that jail cell was like, taken aback. Yeah. They got shut right up as soon as she came in. So this ain't information that I'm pulling out my ass. It's information that I'm literally in the right spot to know.
Wow.
I ain't mean to rant, but that I'm
Nah,
just,
nah. Get it off your chest. Get it off your chest.
Yeah,
Because I
and
know
then
you. Go ahead, Mimi. Go ahead.
and another thing, it's a man out here named Armani. Armani, you better hope that you don't get your lawyer barred for telling you about Naziah's case and the family situation. Is a man named Armani out here on TikTok saying that the family he put a cease and desist, or he's making lawsuits against the family and stuff like that. They can't speak on Naziah in untruthful or unlawful ways and stuff like that. But he's not even a family member. I
seen that.
Right. I work for literally the I get the PPOs, we do the land bank houses, we do all kinds of stuff. We work hand in hand with the police. So anything that they saying on the internet, I go straight to my boss and everybody that work at my law firm and all kinds of stuff. And I asked him, I said, so what you think about this man saying all of this stuff? And he'll tell me, he said, well, they not telling y'all nothing. They're not telling nobody nothing. Even when I see the police, they're not telling anybody anything. That lawyer who he appointed to basically sue Naziah Harris's family, he's saying that he's spilling all the beans just because he got a lawsuit. He got $100 billion lawsuit, whatever. I don't believe it. My people don't believe it. The police don't believe it. So stop believing all these content creators, because he came on there and said, y'all need to shut up. Stop saying what y'all don't know. Well, how do you know anything? How do you know anything? And if that lawyer is telling you anything about Naziah Harris's case, he will be barred. So you shouldn't have said nothing. If you would have some information about Naziah that your lawyer wasn't even supposed to tell you, and you went straight to the internet to rile people up to get your clout. And that's another thing. I hate the word clout. I ain't never been in it. I ain't never wanted it. Okay. The people who say clout about me is the ones who are giving it to me. And I don't even take it as fucking clout. I look at it and I turn my head and go right to bed. It ain't like let me make some t-shirts. Let me do this. Let me. No, it ain't none of that. I just give y'all information and I get the fuck off the internet. Y'all won't hear from me for a long ass time. That's just how I do things. I don't care about the cloud. I got other things going on. I'm at work right now. But I was saying that to say these people on there saying all kinds of stuff about I got a cease and desist. I got $100 billion lawsuit against the family and stuff like that. Even if you did, because I could have had the same lawsuit from Roxy calling me a crackhead on the internet, but it wasn't that serious. I just still don't like her for that. But even if I did do a lawsuit on any of the Mark D, any of them people that was talking crap and defaming my name on the internet, the lawyer still ain't gonna tell you nothing about a missing child that's maybe deceased. That's not my business. They're not going to do that. They're not going to cross the line because, first of all, the lawyer will get barred. It don't make no sense. People got to have their discernment.
So
he's got a good lawyer. Okay, that good lawyer about to be barred.
So at first, Mimi, 95% of me was feeling like NAZIYAH is no longer alive. Now I'm 50% leaning towards NAZIYAH is still alive.
That's how it started for me too. But actually, in the beginning, for me, it was 50% she alive, 50% she's not here. Then it turned into I'm not sure. I was kind of plateauing a little bit. And then now, like every time that I'm walking around, going into a gas station, the only song that pops on is Hotel California. And I know if y'all old school, y'all know that song. When that guitar come on, I be like, NAZIYAH. When that bass start playing, NAZIYAH, I'm like, she gotta be in motherfucking California somewhere. She has to be. There's no reason why I should keep on hearing this song. And then I went to my own damn psychic. And she told me straight the hell up, NAZIYAH is still alive and she's not coming out until she way grown. And she got a lot of help because she's going to need a lot of mental help after what happens. And she's not even in Detroit. That's what she told me. So I ain't said nothing about that because I know how people, think about spiritual people and stuff like that. So I kind of just had that up under the wraps for a while. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't going to believe it until I see it. But I do also believe in my spiritual people, some of them. When you got good, the good discernment, you just know. And when she told me California, then I was on another page of somebody else is spiritual too. But she didn't even know who NAZIYAH was. She didn't know who I was. I just was randomly clicking on people's lives and asking them questions when they was doing the yes or no questions and shit like that. And I'm like, I just kept on spamming their chats like, is NAZIYAH in California? Is NAZIYAH Harris in California? Some of them was saying her name wrong because they didn't know who she was, but they said yes. Every answer said yes.
Let me welcome my special guest up here, Nene, JJ. Appreciate this super sticker, Drea. Come on and slide in, JJ.
Salute. How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
I just want to know.
Appreciate this super sticker, African Queen.
Just your opinion, not the psychic's opinion, not anybody else. In your opinion, is NAZIYAH Harris still here or not?
In my opinion, I think she is still alive. I won't say a definite is or ain't. That's not how I can't do that. It's not on my heart to tell anybody anything that I don't 100% know. So thank you for saying opinion, but I do think that she is alive. That's my opinion.
Why do you think she's alive? Because
I think she alive because she ain't nowhere down here. And I'm in Detroit where they could have possibly found her easy peasy lemon squeezy like they finding all of these other kids popping up on playgrounds, popping up behind dumpsters, popping up this, that, and the other. People are being found every single day over here. This is why I think she's not even down here. They wasn't even smart enough to I don't even think they were smart enough, and excuse my language, to chop her up and burn her up. Nothing like that.
Okay, one more question. Does your sister have any children with Mr. Jarvis Butts?
Sister? Who is my sister? Do you know my sister? Say a name first so I could give you the answer, because y'all bringing up does your sister, who is my sister? Do y'all know my sister? I have 5 of them, actually.
Do any of your 5 sisters have a child with Mr. Butts?
No, they do not. And I do not have a child or any children with Mr. Jarvis Butts. And I keep on telling y'all that. And I keep on giving y'all the motherfucking DNA test. But y'all don't want to look at it. Y'all don't want to care. Y'all don't want to use y'all discernment. That's why.
Who did you give the paperwork to?
It's been on my TikTok, baby. All that information has been posted.
That's not giving information to anyone.
Baby, what do you want to do? Do you want to go back 7, 8 years and see what the fuck was fucking me, laying me down? Because
I just want to know where. I just wanted to know where you were getting your information and why NAZIYAH Harris. We want justice for NAZIYAH Harris.
Thank you, but I ain't got nothing to do with opening my legs.
Do you know the evangelist?
No, I do not know the evangelist.
You never been in the same room with him?
No, I have not.
Then how do you know so much about him?
Because I follow the case. I'm a very smart cookie. I put 2 and 2 together. I add it up. I subtract it. What doesn't fit, I do not include it. This is how I'm getting my information. I have a lot of supporters, a lot of people, just like Shank, just like Tootie, just like Miss Parker, just like all of us. We have people on the insides or wherever on the streets, wherever the hell they coming from. They're giving us information that we are basically dissecting all the information. So if you ain't smart enough to put 2 and 2 together, that's not my issue. But me, Shank, Miss Parker, Tootie, all of us are. So that's how we get our information. That's how we present it to you guys.
Okay, we're not another question. So you are on a recorded video talking about your son's autistic and the man in the braids, and just elaborate more on that for us, please.
Okay. Well, he looks autistic to me, but I don't want to say that people have an autistic look. I know for a fact that a lot of people who are autistic have a autism stare. It's called the autistic stare, and most of the time, the eye is very lazy. So when I looked at his eyes when he has glasses, that eye still going up to the side. Your eye still going to the side. And then for Jarvis to say sweet, he could either say he's slow or he's gay. Sweet can mean he's a sweet boy, as in slow, or he's gay. But the thing I was putting 2 and 2 together was the evangelist. Sweet, braids, lip gloss, all of that.
Give me a second, y'all. Appreciate this super sticker, Shay. Appreciate this super chat, Yvette C. Family, please support the channel by hitting the like button. It's free. We need 400 likes and support the goal, and everything is appreciated. I got a new special guest that's joining us. Come on in, Sonia.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Pretty good.
So I just wanted to say a couple things. Number one, watching just everything go down with, the trial, the trial that they were going to continue this. And they showed, this is the reason why I believe, he did something to that baby, because they found her clothes. And can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Okay. So they found her clothes. That's number one. And this case has been so big that the reason why I'm leaning towards she's not in California, she's a child with a baby. That right there is going to draw attention. She's a child with a baby. And I'm going to say that to say this. I had my son young. I had to leave my home when I was a teenager. So I can't even fathom being a teenager with a child out in California when it was hard to do it where I was at. So you see what I'm saying? So that is the reason why I feel like that's why I want to know, when is this trial starting? I just feel like he did something to that child. And they covering it up. The mother, the auntie, and also what's the sister name? What's her name? Marquita? They're covering
Shannon.
this up. This is a cover up. This is a cover up, and they're all in on it. They are. It's just.
I have another question really
I'm
quickly.
sorry. But yeah, I just wanted to say that, and I just can't imagine a 13-year-old child with a newborn, a baby, being somewhere out by herself. Because I was 17 going on 18, and I couldn't do it. Does that make sense? Like, I guess I don't know.
Well, let me let me say this about with the NAZIYAH, and this is why I had us tap into the mind of NAZIYAH and understand her struggle. Of course, we all had different struggles. Now, with NAZIYAH was going through a lot. She saw a lot. She was tired. She was fed up. We know all of that by the text messages. So now here comes, and I said that when it comes to girls and boys, girls mature way faster than us boys. So now you putting her in survival mode. This is when survival mode kicks in. The anchor, or the key piece to it was Vari. Getting lessons from Vari. Vari ran away before. Vari got away. Vari got caught. So Vari is able to share with NAZIYAH his experiences on how he got caught, how he got away. NAZIYAH is a very well talented and mature little girl. That's why I said, let's tap into her mind. Let's tap into her character. She took them lessons that was given to her by Vari. And with, come on, whoever that was. Come on, Sonya, come on.
So, okay, I'm gonna say that, and I totally get where you're coming from. I really do. But I can put myself in her shoes. The reason why I'm saying that is because after all the stuff I was going through, 17, had to escape, seeing things that I shouldn't have been seeing, and I was in that survival mode as well. Just a different city and state, but I grew up too fast, and I could see how that child grew up too fast, and I could have been a NAZIYAH Harris because of the things that I saw, So I say that because doing it at 17, making a run for it and doing all that, it was hard. It was hard. My son now is 37, but it was just me and him. So for her to be, sorry, those are my dogs barking. For her to be like 13 or 14, I don't know. I just don't know how, unless she has somebody helping her, how is she going to make it out there by herself?
That's a good point, because, and I agree with most of the people. She's 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. She's young. How is she going to be able to make it out there without any money? I mean, you would have to have a support system that is in place, whereas though there are room for no mistakes. Like when we're talking about like Harriet Tubman's Underground Railroad. We're talking about the Black Panthers movement. We're talking about some serious people that's in your support system. Now we take in consideration she's a child. Now I get that. And even though I feel like she's mature, she's talented, but I still have to agree she's still a child. And even with her being mature, she still has childish ways. Now I can go with that. And
Yeah.
her childish ways may have gave her up by all this time. Maybe her
Right.
maybe her running away for a few days. All right, but we talking about a year, I believe going on 2 years. You mean to tell me her childish ways hasn't kicked in? So I agree. Come on in, Sonia or JJ.
So I'm gonna say this real quick, and then I'm gonna drop down and get back to work. I'll be listening. Somewhere in the bushes, I'll be listening. Now I think about right now in this day and age, 37 years ago, we didn't have the internet. We barely had cell phones. I'm just thinking like now it's probably for these kids that run away from home and things like that. I think they have a better chance of being located because of social media. Back then, I don't, not so much, but I don't know. It's pulling in every direction because I just feel like, with her being 13, she probably going 14 now. I have a niece that's 14, and I observed her over the weekend. I just watched her. I was just studying her because she's getting, out here with these little, she goes to a private school, but she developing. And I told her, don't make me have to hurt somebody, because I remember that age, and I'm like so protective, and I see her, she's on the TikTok and she's doing all that stuff. And then I think about NAZIYAH, and I'm like, okay, my niece, she reminds me of, that's what they do because of social media. But I just, if somebody is out there, they're helping her, they need to come forward because it's just too much. It has everybody like on pins and needles. Like, we want her to be here. And if somebody is out there that knows anything, just let people know so we can, put our minds to a little bit of rest, because I don't know when the trial is coming up, but he did so much other stuff. I don't even know what to say about him. But yeah, those are just my 2 cents and my thoughts. But I do appreciate you guys letting me come up on the panel.
I appreciate you, Sonia. So, jury selection will begin on October the 26th, 2025. Prosecutors said they will call 40 or more witnesses to the stand, while the defense plans to call 10 or more. The trial is expected to last 3 to 4 weeks. So, jury selection begins October the 6th. Let me let my next special guest slide in. It's Yvette. Pleasure to have you. It's Yvette. Slide in. It's Yvette.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing, Shank?
Pretty good. And you?
I'm all right. So I think that a lot of us are forgetting that, besides the fact that it sounds like they've never even been outside of Michigan before. I feel like at some point I heard a story about them going to Ohio or something like that. She wouldn't really know how to maneuver outside of Detroit. And not only that, she's like a child. So realistically speaking, I don't think any adult these days would put themselves at risk to harbor a child, even if she is in danger or whatever the case may be. I don't think anybody would put themselves in a position to do that and risk getting in trouble, keeping a minor. And then who delivered the baby? And how did they conceal that? Like, how did they hide that by her being a minor? I just think that even if she was somewhere or whatever, people would know. And then you also have to remember when Jarvis was on the phone with his baby mama, when he was telling her to make sure she wiped everything down, and like what is she cleaning up? So I do feel like she's deceased. I don't think he did it. I do think it was a cleanup for Shannon, but I honestly do not think that this baby is alive. It's too much. It would be too much for somebody her age to take on by themselves with no help from any adult. It would be too much. And again, if she's pregnant, who delivered the baby? That draws a lot of attention to yourself having a baby with you. So I don't think she's alive at all. Yeah, I don't see that.
I mean, all good points. This Yvette gave us all good points. Come on in, JJ. Gave us all. Okay.
Salute. Yeah. I just wanna know why they keep coming out the bushes like her and the evangelist, and you ask them a question and they answer it, but it's because the psychic said, and because this, and I'm sick of it. We want justice. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth. And again, why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep doing this? We need respect on this baby girl's name, man. And that's her family, supposedly. And she don't want to answer no more questions, and she dropped down. Why don't you want to answer no questions? But you want, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't mean no disrespect or anything on your panel, but I
Nah, you
want
good.
justice for this baby girl.
You good.
Justice for NAZIYAH. Salute. And again, if all the speculation is getting, that's out of hand in my opinion. So like, if these family members or people that know her are going to come up here on these panels, respectfully, I think that they should stop speculating. And that's all I got to say. I'm gonna drop down and keep listening. Salute.
Appreciate you, JJ.
I just wanted to say one more thing too, back to what JJ was saying. I'm going to be honest with you. I do think that there's a lot of truth in the stuff that the evangelist is saying, but I'm not going to lie to you. I do feel like he's just causing a distraction. I'm not going to lie. I feel like he's just causing a distraction. I truly believe that. That he's just, oh, she's alive, she's alive. I do think later on it will probably come out that he knows a lot more than what he's saying. I do think he knows what happened to her, but I feel like he's only saying just enough to keep people distracted. But without a doubt, I believe he's just trying to throw people off by saying she's alive, and people are going to listen to him because he was like in with the family, living with them, around them, dated one of the brothers or whatever the case may be. So people are going to take heed to what he's saying. But like, are we really going to listen to him? If she's alive and you know so much about it, then where's she at? You're not even going to at least hint to where she may be. And again, who delivered the baby? How do you conceal that? She's a minor. They're going to want to know, where's the guardian at? So I think we just got to be realistic about it. And I don't believe him. I think he's just trying to throw people off. I think he knows, just like Shannon and the rest of them, that girl is somewhere deceased. I just think they have more than enough time to clean it up.
I'm with you. I believe that the evangelist, I think he knows way more than what he's telling us. But then I do have to backtrack because he's definitely telling us something, and he's letting us know, I'm telling you these things, but you all have to listen to comprehend. You all are just listening. He also reminds us, NAZIYAH is right in our face. Now, that can be taken in all kind of perspectives, but he's coming up off of this information. He is. Why all of a sudden is he coming up off of this information? Appreciate that cash donation, The For Life. And if you would like to support to the channel by way of a cash donation, my cash app is $ERICMCINT. Or if you would like to help me reach my goal, I'm only 4 super stickers or super chats away from reaching my goal. Just click on the $ symbol and purchase a super sticker or a super chat. Come on in, it's Yvette. You was getting ready to say something. Come on, it's Yvette.
So then now my next point would be, if he supposedly know where she's at, he keeps saying this on the internet, then why aren't the police coming at him and wanting to know? Because like, you got somebody about to go to trial for murder and all this other stuff, and if she's alive somewhere, then why are you guys sitting on that information? And it's like gambling with somebody's life, because we all know Jarvis is sick. Yeah, he did all the stuff he did actual wise to these kids, but murder, that's a whole nother thing. I mean, red rum, that's a whole other thing. So it just doesn't make sense to me, because if you know she's somewhere, why don't the police know where she's at? That's just what I'm wondering. Like, why don't they know? And why haven't they came at him?
Let me just clear this up for everybody while we do have Mimi over here. Who says that Mimi is NAZIYAH's family? So Mimi basically cleared it up. She's not NAZIYAH's family. None of her sisters have any children by Jarvis, and she also don't have any children by Jarvis as well. So Mimi wants everybody to know that NAZIYAH is not family, nor do she have any children by Jarvis, and nor do her sisters have any children by Jarvis as well. Now, the evangelist. Let me grab some comments real quick, y'all. Mimi tell him she didn't unalive her. Let me grab some comments real quick. NAZIYAH, 15 years old, would definitely need someone help. I feel like she is unalive. Right, I never heard that. Many of the adult male and females in NAZIYAH know exactly what happened. Sean, right? I don't believe him. He said he's a man of God, and we definitely know better than that. Now, that's true. Now, I will say this when it comes to the evangelist, and I know you're listening, evangelist. You want people to believe you. However, when you come before the people and you're claiming that you are a man of God and you're trying to justify your lifestyle that God condemns, then of course people are going to look at you as a liar, because they're going to say, well, damn, he's not even a man of God, what he professes to be. So if he's lying about being a man of God, then for surely he's lying about any and everything else that come out of his mouth. And you can't dress that up, Kenneth. You can't. Even though we all sin, and no sin is greater or lesser than the other. However, when you're a man of the cloth, when you put on those shoes, and you don't have to be perfect, however, when it comes to the LGBT community, that's forbidden. In the scriptures, it says women shouldn't even teach. Women shouldn't even be in leadership. However, over the years, we've accepted women as being ministers and pastors and so forth and so forth. Okay, and I get that. But you want us to accept LGBT communities to be of the cloth. You can't reach that status. Now, you can come in the house of the Lord, whatever religion there is, and you can ask for forgiveness and, remain. But however, you can't take on those positions. You can't be an evangelist and be a transformer. Come on in, it's Nikki. Let me see what it's Nikki. It's an abomination. All right. Put the evangelist on trial. Let me get back to where I'm at, y'all. Appreciate this super sticker, Charlotte's Web. Any last words before we get out of here? It's Yvette. And she dropped. And we will pick up part 2. Just give me a little bit more time to go through my notes and everything as far as NAZIYAH Harris sightings in Los Angeles. Make sure y'all subscribe to my backup channel, Shank Rock Films After Dark with Shank, and that's where we'll continue this at 4:30. All right, at 4:30 p.m. I'll see everybody on the backup channel. All right. Let me try. I'm trying to catch y'all comments. Out of respect for Shank and his channel, please specify your thoughts, feelings. Appreciate all that. There's a such thing as a midwife. They still deliver babies if she wants to have her baby in secrecy, especially if she. So basically, evangelist, and I keep saying this to the evangelist, you keep talking about other people have been dragging you in the NAZIYAH Harris case. Let me just state facts for the evangelist and for everybody else. NAZIYAH's family, Miss Annette and all of them, they never dragged the evangelist into this. However, the evangelist did drag them in it. So the evangelist, you got a lot of taking accountability that you need to do before anybody going to take you serious. Appreciate the super sticker, Leo. Appreciate the super sticker, Angel. You want us to believe you, but you ain't right. And then we all feel like, since you know these things and you always talking about the truth, you gotta deliver the truth and you gotta be this stand-up person. Then have you took any of this information to the authorities? Have you took any of this information to the authorities? What all do you know? So, and you listen, and I know you listen. Just come correct, evangelist, so we can take you serious. Appreciate this super sticker, Valerie. So once again, this NAZIYAH Harris sightings in Los Angeles, this has came across my desk a long time ago. Okay. And I just decided to speak on it. I was hoping that there were other content creators that may have covered this, but according to everybody, no other content creator has covered this. Now I had Mimi up on the panel and Mimi spoke on it, but once again, we can't take shots at Mimi because Mimi didn't come up with the narrative of NAZIYAH being in Los Angeles. Mimi was only reacting to the Nova Wova chick. So we can't take shots at Mimi about the sightings in LA. If it's anybody that we need to take shots at for the alleged sightings, then it would be the Nova Wova young lady, because that's where we all got that from. And like I said, as content creators, we're going to investigate any information that comes across our desk. So in the defense of all content creators that's covering this, if it comes across our desk, we're going to investigate it. All right. Shout out to all other content creators that is covering the NAZIYAH Harris case. Shout out to all other content creators that is covering these missing children cases. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I appreciate everybody for helping me reach my goal. Once again, I'll see you all on the backup channel. That's the link for the backup channel. I'll see y'all at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll continue with part 2. I'll leave the chat running and you all can hang around. 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Boy, I'm getting so many DMs. Salute. I'll see everybody on the backup channel at 4:30.
The piranhas eat the meat.
Big loose, Shane Rock, 8 niggas, where the work at? I got some bad bitches bout they bread, they be twerking. Hit a boosty boo in the boot, brain ain't working. Got the money, lotion up my palms, like it's some jerky. Yeah, I hit that 2-step, time to, I'm about money. She say that pussy good and sweet, bet it tastes like honey. I be chasing for them dollars, I be looking for them stacks. Bet lil' mama gon' holler when I hit it from the back. Yeah, doggy style of ass, got her screaming out, man. They already know it's mob, ain't no need to explain. Got it tatted on my nigga, can't go against the grain. Fuck what they talking, it's $1 million thing. Got $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. I'm trying to $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.
See, my fuck game is straight, yeah, I lay down long. It's just scratching, banging on my chest like I'm Cat Kong. I'm every freak freaky girl, not the type to take the mama. Had a crushing pill, smoking weed like a combo. Not the cutest nigga, but my pimp game strong. Old nigga, no Viagra, but my dick stay hard. Up and down chick, cause she help me put in work. Catch your ass slipping while you flirting with her skirt. See, I live life the G-way, get in on the freeway. Look good, but pimpin' ain't easy. If she ain't nasty, since she can't please me, I'm a seductive type. Touch me, tease me.
I'm trying to finger it up. She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. I'm trying to $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.
It's $1 million affair, the jewels be gleaming. When I walk in, them pretty hoes be scheming, trying to figure a way that they could give me a threesome. By the end of the night, them sucker niggas be beaming, but I'm on my shit, the 4/5 on hit, just in case them niggas right there wanna trip. I knocked a sip for his chick a few years ago, put her up on some gang, showed her how to get dough. I got $1 million THANG in the club with a BADDIE. She said she loves me in that movie OG like me, and all them hoes from her hood wanna see about me.
Got $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. I'm trying to $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm